If you feel like you're not good enough, you are not alone. I think most of us feel this way at some time or another, but I wanted to encourage you with this today. So did a lot of people in the Bible that God used to do great things. Look at Gideon, for example. Gideon, in his own words, is the least in his family, and his clan is the least in his tribe. But God comes to him and says, "Greetings, mighty warrior." And God uses Gideon to lead Israel in a great victory. And Gideon ends up reigning in Israel for the rest of his life. When God called Moses to go speak to the people of Israel in Egypt, Moses felt unfit to speak, but God still used him to help deliver and lead the Israelites out of Egypt and in the wilderness. Look at Jeremiah the prophet. When God called Jeremiah, Jeremiah says that he does not know how to speak, and that he's too young. But God says to him, "Do not say I am too young, but you must go to everyone I send you and say whatever I command you to say." And these are all people that felt like they weren't good enough whenever God called them, but God used them to do great things. And these are some examples of people who felt like who they are wasn't good enough. And you could be feeling like that today, but maybe you're feeling like what you have isn't enough either, but God can still use that too. Look at the boy who only had a few loaves of bread and a few fish to try to feed 5,000 people, but Jesus tells him, "Bring what you have." And Jesus multiplies it to feed the 5,000. Or look at the woman who Elisha visited, who only had a little bit of olive oil. She had so little that whenever Elisha asked her what she had, she said that she had nothing there at all, and then added, except a small jar of olive oil. But Elisha says to go around and ask her neighbors for empty jars, to not just ask for a few. And God multiplies that oil to fill all of the jars. And these are just a few examples of the many times in the Bible that God uses those who feel like they weren't good enough, who feel like what they had wasn't enough, and He makes them enough, and He uses them and what they had to do great things. So if you're feeling like you're not good enough today, or what you have isn't enough, I encourage you, bring what you have to God. Make yourself available for God to use you, and know that in God you are enough. As the Bible says in Philippians 4:13, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. The truth is, on our own, none of us are good enough. We're all imperfect people. So the statement saying that we're not good enough is actually true in a sense, but it's not the whole story. In God, we are always enough because He makes us enough. And if we were enough, then we wouldn't need God, and that would cause pride to start to come in. So I encourage you today, in humility, bring what you have to God, bring who you are to God, and know that He can use you to do amazing things. Keep that humility of needing God, but walk with the confidence of knowing that in God, you are enough. I hope this helps and encourages you today. Thanks for watching. My name is Jordan. Follow for more Christian content.